Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month February tarot and oracle card reading. We are going to start off today with a message from the late, great Edgar Cayce. Look for good and ye will find it. Search for it is as a pearl of a great price. So knowing that your thoughts and feelings matter, they're doing something. Those higher vibrational thoughts create feelings that are on a higher vibrational frequency, which is your point of attraction. So, we can all have a fleeting thought that's negative, but when we start to do it in repetition, we start to think the same feelings that create the same feelings again and again, it starts showing up in our lives. So we always want to lean into the positivity, stay optimistic. All right, let's see now. We'll take one more oracle and then we'll get into the tarot. Easy road, good karma flowing into your life, a comfortable life, making it through unscathed. So if you've had what you think is a karmic debt, you've been feeling like you're under the thumb of bad karma, you're finally going on the easy road. The path of least resistance, the path of our most wanted is yours. Current situation. Two of Pentacles, the immediate influence, the Two of Cups. You've got the World in your subconscious, the Queen of Swords in the distant past, the Chariot in the more recent past, the Knight of Swords coming towards you. You're represented by the Four of Pentacles. You're attracting the Nine of Cups. You've got the Hierophant in your hopes and fears. Knight of Wands in the outcome. So things are about to move forward. Now, the bottom of the deck, this is interesting to me. You have the Devil, the Five of Swords, and the Empress. So some of you may be healing a fractured relationship, or somebody who has been very unreasonable is coming around. I feel like with that Devil energy, it helps you break free of old patterns. The Devil's the ego. Now, you may also see somebody who is, if you're calling them the ego behind their back, seeing them get checked a little bit, okay? And not by you. The universe will do it, because you know what? When somebody's like that, especially if it's somebody who likes weak people around them because they're threatened by people who are creative, who are, go-getters by nature. I feel more work-related coming on here. But I'd even say it too socially. There's something about that. Now you have the Dancer of the Tarot, the Path to the Heart here. We've got Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer here. We have 5 major arcana. I personally like something about this. Let's do it like this, because then it's in order for you. But I'm liking this. I feel like you're going to have some kind of a shift here. There's a shift taking place here that is going to allow you to expand. And I feel like get into ease if there's been something kind of tense or has you a bit closed up, a bit cautious. I feel like you finally get the go button, a green light comes on. So if there's been something you've been waiting on, I feel like the wait is finally over. I also feel like too, though, there's something about the way that you're treated with that Nine of Cups. That's who or what you're attracting. I just feel like it's going to be so much easier moving forward. You've got kind of this thrill of victory, or that thrill of seeing something through all the way through to the end, where then you'll be in the place where you'll be glad you completed it. If it is something like a degree or something like that, I definitely feel like you'll be saying, I'm glad I did that for myself. Because once you do it, nobody can take it away from you. It is yours. So it's yours to keep, I hear. Now, you do have love here, by the way, and you actually have a baby represented here. But I feel like with this, too, overall, they're really telling you to lean into love and be in the place, too. And it doesn't mean you have to give somebody love that doesn't deserve it from you. Yeah, I said it. Okay, and it doesn't mean we do anything to them. But you can separate from old patterns. Old patterns die hard. But with that energy of the Devil, if it's not changing, or it's somebody who's just way too controlling in a relationship, I have somebody I feel like they will really admire who you are, and they'll love who you are. They don't try to change you, because I feel like somebody with this devil energy, if it was a significant other, tried to control and change you, it was like something about them. They saw you in a way, I hate to say project, but it was like they wanted you to be on their terms and to do what they said to do. And I just feel like with that Five of Swords, you got to the point where it's like, look, I'm enough is who I am. And so I just feel like in terms of controlling and manipulative relationships, we're done with that. And so with this Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, you may have more than one coming in if you are single. And I feel like you'll know. Okay, I feel like there's somebody who comes in that's nice, but they're not really relationship material for you. They're just a really nice person, and they might be more interested in you than you are in them. I'd also actually say that, though, with money, you've got choices. Twos are about partnerships and money as well, with these pentacles that are here. And so I feel like you have something that's going to be mutual, though. And so if you've been in a job where you feel like it's not utilizing your skill set, or you're either not being utilized as much as you could be, or it's not at the level of your education, something like that, I feel like you have a new opportunity that comes in. But I feel like your old job will try to keep you. If you do try to move on, I feel like you have better times ahead. And I also feel like, too, that you're going to be judicious. You're going to keep your standards high. You're not here to settle with this. This represents you. And so with this Four of Pentacles, you have pentacles. It's not like you don't have choices. You do. But I do feel like with this, it's going to be on your own terms. I just keep getting that. If there's been some situation or person in your life that's really tried to control you, it may have created some of this too, where then it causes you to almost go in the opposite direction where you're not as open. But I do feel like with a job too, the choice is going to be yours. So you have infinite opportunities here, but you do have a match. So with the energy of the world, you have it too here too. These infinity symbols. But look at the size of that one. My gosh. I mean, that's a big infinity symbol. Your ships are coming, and that's what they're trying to tell you. So what you're attracting from your subconscious is every achievement you've ever wanted. Every reason that you've come here on this planet and embodied that body that you're in is here. And that's your point of attraction. So I do feel like you may be attracting people that'll be a whole lot easier to be around. And if something's been jammed, it's been stuck, the universe is about to step on the accelerator. The universe is about to put the pedal to the metal, and things are going to get floored into moving forward. So hang on, buckle your seatbelts, friends. It's going to be kind of a wild ride. But with this, it does feel like glee. It feels like celebration. It feels like finally, at last. So with the energy of the world showing up here, know that you're going to be having lots of success. That's your point of attraction. It brings in travel. It can bring in if you're trying to move. But I feel like your energy and your attitude overall, you're going to feel lighter, easier, and like the people around you are just easier to deal with, where they do what they say they're going to do. They follow through. There's nothing holding you up here. There's like no hitch in the reading. There's no snag just waiting for you. So the Queen of Swords says you may have learned your lesson, and it might have been with these two. If you did have a falling out, I feel like it's just not worth your time if it's something nonsensical. Like, look at the way she has her back. You know, like she just doesn't even care about this mess. So with this Queen of Swords, you may have been pushed over the limit, had a tipping point with something. If it was a job situation, like you asked for time off and they said no, and you've never asked for a thing and you see other people getting it, it's like, well, this is how people resign. This is how we move forward. I also feel like, too, though, if your life in general got to the point where you had a lot of dead ends happening at once, this again is in the past, I feel like it changed, like a switch flipped, and it caused you to say, I need to move forward. I cannot keep staying here. So if you've made a big change, you know, you've changed jobs, you've changed where you live, you've changed even the people you see on the day-to-day. If you've moved a couple hours away, where you go, I don't see those same people at all. It's all different people, from my gym to my coffee shop to my, neighbors. All of it is different. I do feel like it's sort of like the first day of the rest of your life, and that's what the Chariot will do. So some of you might be saying, I wish. That sounds fantastic. Well, it's showing up in the reading. It just, the cards have a way of planting seeds, and all of a sudden you start thinking a little differently. And you know how thoughts are. We have about 60,000 of them a day, and most of those are the same thoughts we thought yesterday. And so when your thinking starts to shift like that, your reality shifts, your life shifts, and all of a sudden those things start showing up in your day to day. And it's this. Okay, you have this law of attraction energy that is driving you forward. And so don't be surprised if you meet somebody who helps you, who gives you an idea, who plants that seed. And from there, you cultivate it. And that's when you start to really see big changes. Now, in terms of relationships too, if you did have somebody that was a bit codependent and was always trying to like manipulate and manage and mother and martyr and blah, 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 I feel like you're getting away from that. And what you have coming in is somebody who's not only quite a realist, but I do feel like as far as what they feel about you, they see you as a gift. They're not going to try to change you. So the Knight of Swords, I feel like you have sort of a final dose of the truth. If you had some falling out, I do feel like you're going to get what you need to really solidify, like, yep, it's done. And so with this, though, what I like about it is it does come in of service. The Knight of Swords wants to get down to the bottom of things, wants to get down to the truth. And so you'll see what you need to see. And once you see it, you don't unsee it. So with this, it's like you can't turn a blind eye to it. And so I do feel like you have something, and it could be something too at work where you say, this isn't changing. As much as they promised, they're not doing it. I feel like you're going to be moving forward from a situation that you've outgrown. So with that Four of Pentacles, be a little careful. It represents you, the miser of the tarot. And so when we're like this, you have things, but you're so closed off to new. And so if you've been a bit bitter or angry about a situation, it's time to open up to new, to embrace the new. And it doesn't mean you can't do research. You can't look things over. You don't have to just go in blindly. But I do feel like with this Four of Pentacles energy, it does show you being a bit closed off. Now, with this Nine of Cups, here's where you have success, high vibrational energy. If you do move or change jobs, you're going to have a better office. You're going to have a better environment, a better compensation plan. I just feel like anything you do, for some reason, I saw somebody getting Invisalign. If you're doing that, you're going to love your teeth, okay? It flashed. Or maybe you work in an orthodontist's office or something like that, and you say that's all they do there. Well, there you go. But with this Nine of Cups, you're sitting pretty. So with the Hierophant energy, be still and know that there's more. You have the ego here, but you also have unity and devotion. And so this is a time that reminds you, you are a spiritual being. You are got to be in that place of quieting down, meditating, asking, and know that it's available to you, because ultimately the Knight of Wands says, giddy up, we're moving forward. Now, if you are single, you have somebody not only who is interested in a commitment and they're interested in getting to know you better, but boy, are they flirtatious with you. I do feel like their heart skips a beat. You've got their engine revving. Okay, Pisces, you've got somebody here that's very attracted to you, so know that as well. I love you, Pisces, and I'll be back again soon.